Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here then welcome, my name's Chloe. So today's video is another empties video. So this is my May empties. I really like filming these videos because I like watching them as well. You know, you see videos that are sort of first impressions. You may see somebody use a product within one of their makeup videos, but it's really in an empties video that you can see they've used that product up, they've used it with sort of other products as well. Do they like it? Because they may have liked it when they first used it. Do they still like it now, and would they repurchase? So I quite like to do these videos as well, just because I really like to watch them. I've got a couple of little piles here. I've got makeup, skincare, and I've got hair. So I'm going to start off with skincare. So I'm going to start off with a product that removes my makeup. I actually have two empties of it here because I've just gone through them. I mean, when I have like a weekend allocated to YouTube, I'll maybe do like 2 or 3 looks a day, so I'll just constantly be sort of filming a look, taking it off after sort of filming and TikToks and Instagram and things like that. So I do go through quite a bit of makeup remover. And this is the Urban Decay Meltdown Makeup Remover. So it's like a spray, so you just spray it to your face and then I sort of rub it with my fingers. Then I'll get some water and I'll sort of rub it with some water, and then I'll use my face halo and just gently sort of wipe it away. I love this product. It really does break down my makeup. I use about 8 sprays just sort of all over, just so I know that I'm going to take every little bit of makeup off my face, because obviously for sort of YouTube, Instagram and that, I sort of use a bit more product to have that sort of fuller coverage, really like contoured. I use powder to like sculpt out my face, and obviously I wear heavier eye makeup as well than I would sort of day to day, so I do use quite a few sprays of this just to really, well, melt it off really. So the hardest part for me when taking off my makeup is my eye makeup, especially if I've used one of the P. Louise paints, or some of my eyeshadows can stain my eyes, or even the Inglot 77 gel liner, like that does not budge from my eyes. But with this product here, it really does take it off. Like, for example, I've got the Clinique Meltdown sort of balm. I feel like that doesn't really get away my eye makeup, so I have to go in with, I mean, I use it anyway because I like to get all my makeup off my face, so I'll go in with sort of an eye makeup remover, but this gets a hell of a lot of the makeup off my face, ready for sort of when I do go in with my eye makeup remover, and then I go in with my normal sort of cleanse and tone routine. So my next products within skincare are creams. So I've got a couple of Estee Lauder creams just here. So I've got this deluxe sample of the daywear. I've got the full size of the nightwear. So this has turned into my work day cream really, just because it's so fresh. I mean, I can definitely smell cucumber in there, and I don't know, I just put it on my skin and my skin just feels so fresh. It has this cooling effect to my skin, and it just really hydrates my skin for the day, because sometimes I can wake up in the morning and, you know, of course I use things like retinol and vitamin C and things like that, and I feel like I wake up in the morning and my skin is just sort of, it is quite dry, so using a really sort of hydrating cream is what I tend to do, especially in the mornings. So I do actually have 4 more of this size, and I have 2 full size of this cream as well. I do really love it, and of course when I do run out of those eventually, I will repurchase this because it's just so hydrating and so cooling for my skin. I just love it. I love Estee Lauder skincare. Now the Nightwear Plus, it has taken me quite a while to go through this one, just because I was using the, well, I still am using the Jeffree Star Magic Moisturiser. So out of the two, I do think that they are quite different. Like the Jeffree Star is very much a hybrid. It reminds me of the Clinique Moisture Surge. It's sort of like a mix between a cream and a gel, whereas this one is a straight up sort of cream. I do really like this. I don't actually have another one. I thought I did have one in my backups, but it turned out it was actually 2 full-size day wear instead. But you know, I do have other creams in my collection, sort of in my big skincare backups box, so I don't think that I would repurchase this for now, just because I've been loving my Jeffree Star moisturiser a bit more, so I definitely think that I'll be repurchasing that one before I repurchase this one. But the day wear I love. So next up I have a Lancome cream. So this is the Hydra Zen night cream. I think that I have one of the day creams as well, but that's probably within my little skincare box as well. So this, I did like it. I do think that it is a very nice moisturising cream. The only thing that I didn't really like about it was the scent. I do find that Lancome have really rose fragranced products, and this one was a bit too strong for me. Like, yeah, I mean, as soon as you take off the lid, it's just like that perfumey smell, and that's not what I want. Because I've got very sensitive skin, I've got, you know, sensitive eyes, and I felt like sometimes when I would use this, my eyes would just, they'd water, they'd feel a bit, you know, and your eyes just sort of feel like this. It would do that to me, and no. I mean, I did like the formula. I did think that my face was really soft when I woke up in the morning, but I just couldn't get round the smell. It was too heavily fragranced for me. So lastly, I have this Acnicide cream. So I think that you have to show your ID or something like that when you use it, because it's some sort of, well, it's benzoyl peroxide, 5%. So I think I bought this from Tower Health, but I had to sort of put in my date of birth and things like that in order to get it. This was recommended to me quite a few years ago when I did work on counter at Benefit. I was using very full coverage products because I hated my skin at the time, and I was covering it up. Whereas now I'm very much, you know, I'll only put on as much foundation as I need, and then I'll spot conceal. But back then I was quite insecure, so I used to put so much makeup on just to feel like everybody else that worked in Debenhams on the beauty counters. And I was suffering quite bad with my spots. They would be quite big, quite painful. And you know, this was recommended me by one of the girls on the at the counter, and to be fair, like, I would only sort of use it on the spot. I wouldn't rub it and use it sort of on big parts of your face, because it can really dry out your skin. But I think that this worked wonders for my really big spots in particular. I mean, to be fair, since I've been using the Jeffree Star Skin, my skin has really improved within its texture. I don't feel like I get the spots that I used to get. I think it's just because of the less product that I am using on my face, and you know, I've made such an investment in buying my skincare and using what's right for my skin, and introducing different things like that, that it has really improved the texture, just the overall sort of feel of my skin. It's really soft, and my pore size. I do have quite a few sort of little red spots over my face that, you know, when I go to work, I have to pop a bit of concealer on them because they're just a bit too noticeable. They aren't like huge in your face, but they are sort of, you can tell I've got sort of little red dots around my face. So I think that I am going to repurchase one of these and sort of see what it does for those spots, to see if it helps them sort of shift from my face, really. So yeah, I'm going to repurchase this, and I would recommend this for anybody that has quite big protruding, like, angry spots that you find quite hard to cover, you find really insecure with. This really helped me with those really big spots. So next I'm going to go with some makeup. So I'm going to start off with some lip balms. So I've got this Nivea lip balm here. This one is the Lip Butter in Caramel Cream. I mean, I love Nivea lip balms. They've got so many different flavours, and I do prefer the little pots just because they're just so creamy. And oh, I just lifted that off then. It just smells like creme brulee. So yeah, I mean, I'm obsessed with lip balm. If you've seen my empties videos before, then you would have seen I've got so many lip balms within them. But yeah, I do really like this. I mean, whenever I'm in Boots or Superdrug or something like that, I will just have a little look at the lip balms and see if there's any sort of flavours like this that take my eye. But yeah, love Nivea, and it is a brand that is so inexpensive. And I do think that their lip balms work for my lips. I do feel like I have to apply them more than I would my Clinique one just here, which of course I've gone through another one because I love it. I'm just obsessed with it. But yeah, I would repurchase one of these again. But this one for sure I will repurchase. These are only like the little babies. They do have sort of bigger sizes of these, and I do have quite a few more within my sort of skincare and makeup backups. But yeah, I love what this does for my lips. I use it day and night. I've got one at work in Jake's car in my dressing gown, sort of on my desk in my makeup bag. In my going out bag, I love this lip balm so much, and I would 100% recommend it. So next I've got some brow products. So I have changed the way that I do my brows over the years quite a lot, really. You know, years and years ago you had that sort of Instagram brow where it was very sculpted. You used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, or there was this product here. So this is from Iconic London. It is a bit dirty on the front just because I've sort of chucked it in my little, I have a little bag that I put all my empty products in, so I remember to not chuck it away, that I'm going to use that for a video. So yeah, this is the Iconic London, what's it called? Sculpt and Boost Brow. I think it's like a, what is it? Brow cushion, that's what it's called. So I remember that this type of product, well, application product, was so popular. Like, you had the foundation with the little cushion. I'm pretty sure that there was like a blush or a lipstick product that came out as well around this time. But I was very much obsessed with using this. So it did actually come with 2 shades just here, but from over time dipping into them, they sort of just mixed together. So I think I actually went through 3 of these. Me and my friend Paige were obsessed with them, and we would constantly buy them. It's not a product that I would repurchase now, just because I have a very different way of doing my brows. I like them to be really fluffy, really big and bold, and I don't really like to use any product, well, on the skin to shape them. I prefer to use my Pink Honey Brow Soap and my Gimme Brow to give them a bit of texture and colour. This at the time was my absolute holy grail for brows. I loved it so much. I don't think that Iconic London still do it. I mean, I haven't shopped on their website for years, so I'm not sure. But it is a nice memory for me because of how I used to do my makeup, and I loved it so much, but it's not a product that I would reach for now. And my next brow product is a pencil. So this is from Maccocmstiecs, and this is in the shade Lingering. So it's a nice sort of, well, light to medium brown, I guess. Let's sort of rub it off a bit. I loved this pencil. I remember buying it after I went and spent the day with Laura Hitchen for one of her sort of makeup courses, just because she used it on all of the models there. So of course I went out and bought it as well. I think I've been through about 3 of these as well. So yeah, you can sort of see my little brow journey there. I've gone from an Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade to that Iconic London brow pomade, and then I was using pencil for ages as well. So I was using this right up until I worked for Benefit, and then I was of course using the Benefit brow products after that. But what I like about this brow product is that it's a really thin pencil, so I would just sort of sketch out the bottom of my brow and flick up, because you could really get the brow hair strokes with it because it was that fine. I think that MAC still sell this, I'm not 100% sure, but to be fair, I have so many brow pencils in my collection from when I did work for Benefit that I don't really need to repurchase, and they're there for when I do maybe want to go back to using a pencil, but for now I'm very much in with the fluffy brows, and I just sort of use my gels. I don't really use anything to shape them out or to fill them in really, because I just feel like they look too big and heavy then. I prefer them to look really natural because I've already got maybe heavy eye makeup, really contoured blushed skin, and I just feel like it would look too harsh, so I don't really use it anymore. But for anybody who does really like to use a brow pencil, I do like the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. That one has a really fine tip, and this one I went through so many of these as well. Okay, my last brow product is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. No, it is not the brow pomade. I still have so much of that left. I think I have 2 different shades of it, and I didn't even get a quarter of the way through because it's just such a thick product that's just gonna outlive me really. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. This took the internet by storm when it launched. It was sold out for so long, and it took me ages to be able to get hold of it. And I signed up for sort of the stock notifications on Beauty Bay and Cult Beauties, like who's going to get it first, and then I did end up purchasing it. When I first used the product, I really liked it. I mean, to be fair, I did get this in lockdown, so I was only using it for when I was doing my makeup looks that I would wear, take photos and TikToks of, take it off, you know, put another makeup look on. And I wasn't really going out and about or wearing it for long periods of time. And then when I started working for the NHS and I was wearing my little brows and my mascara, I started to use this product. I started working for the NHS in July when it was still quite hot weather, and I just found that my brows would drop using this. I found that they would become almost sticky, they'd drop, maybe one part of my brow would still be up and the rest would have dropped. It was a bit of a hot mess, and I stopped using it for that, and I sort of started using the Pink Honey Brow Soap again, because that product never lets me down. It's brilliant. So I just started to use this product again just for when I was doing my looks in the day, you know, putting one look on, taking it off, doing another one. This is what I would use that for. And then when I got down to just sort of a smidgen left, it just sort of, well, it's supposed to be like a clear gel, but it sort of turned white and dried out. It's not a product that I would recommend. I would recommend the Pink Honey Brow Soap over this, because I think this is like £20 when the brow soap is about £10 for like the really big size. So yeah, I mean, there are people that are on the internet that absolutely love this. I've seen them use it sort of in all the ABH videos and Twitter posts that they send them. They love it. Not a product that I would invest in again. It was a lot of money for something that just isn't really doing what I bought it for. And I've gone through so many of the Pink Honey Brow Soaps now. It's just my favourite brow product, and I would recommend the Pink Honey over this one. So next I have a foundation and concealer. So the foundation is this one from Clinique. This one is the Clinique Even Better Refreshed, and it says that it's hydrating and repairing makeup. So I bought this in the lighter shade. This is 0.75 Custard. So to be fair, this is pale enough. I have found with foundations that they aren't quite pale enough for me. I struggle to find my shade, but this one was nice, like a nice colour for me. The only thing about this is that when I would put it on my skin, it would cling to every single dry patch that I had. Like I go in with my Charlotte Tilbury products. My skin is baby soft, it's wet, it's dewy, everything that I want to apply my foundation on top, and this foundation just searched for any dry areas underneath and just clung to them. And that's not what I want with my foundation. I want to look really smooth and really dewy, really soft, you know, and this just didn't work for me. I would not recommend this for anybody who does have dry skin, because it will just cling to every little dry patch on your skin and you will look awful. So no, it's not a product that I'm going to repurchase at all. There are foundations that I love so much more. My Beautiful Skin by Charlotte Tilbury is just gorgeous. So I would 100% recommend that one over this one. And then of course I've got my Benefit Cakeless Concealer. This one's in shade 1. I don't actually use this as a concealer. For anybody that has watched my videos now for a while, you'll know that I do prefer to use this one as an eyeshadow base. Just because I just feel like it's thick enough that I can set it as my eyeshadow base, and my eyeshadows blend really nice on top of it. But in terms of using it as a concealer and setting it, I find that it does crease. I mean, the name is Cakeless Concealer, but it does look really cakey and it does crease. So I wouldn't recommend this as a concealer. I just have so many in my collection from when I worked for the brand that I've just found another use for it, and that's just an eye base. So lastly, I have some hair products. So of course I've got some Olaplex in there. So I've got the No. 3 Hair Perfector and the No. 6 Bond Smoother. So the No. 3 Hair Perfector, I really like to pair this with the, I think it's Zero, which comes in, it either has the spray or the little nozzle, and that's sort of like a hair treatment. I like to use these together, so I'll put the Zero sort of all over, blend from sort of root to tips, and then I'll just put this one through my ends. Just act as like a little hair mask, and then I'll go and wash my hair. So I do really like this product. It's definitely something that I am going to repurchase. I mean, I have just bought some Colour Wow hair products that I want to give a go, because of course Chris Appleton and he does the Kardashians' hair and they just look so perfect all the time. And I've just seen so many videos of using the different products like the Dream Coat and things like that. So I've invested in that for now, but I am sure to come back and buy this again. And then the No. 6 Bond Smoother. So I do really like this product. I use it and I mix it with an oil. I put my heat protection sprays on and things like that, and then now I use my Dream Coat on top. To be fair, I was using the wrong hairdryer for my hair, so I have bought a new hairdryer that dries my hair much quicker and stops my frizz. I have very thick frizzy hair, and I just found that when I was blow drying it, it would get bigger and bigger, and then even when I straightened it with my GHDs and all my products, that I would step outside and I'd walk to work and it would just get big again. So I found that I would actually have to take some oil to work with me and just put some oil through my hair when I got to work. That's how frizzy my hair got. So I have been using the Colour Wow Dream Coat spray, which I found works so much better. So I think that I'm going to give the Colour Wow Dream Coat just more of my time, and if it works much better for me in the long run, then I would repurchase the Dream Coat more than I'd repurchase the 6, so we'll see. So I mentioned that I used a hair oil sort of before I would blow dry my hair, and I'd take some in my bag to work when my hair was just very very frizzy. This was the oil that I used. This is just a Garnier Ultimate Blends. It says it's a Sleek Restorer Coconut Oil and Cocoa Butter. So this is great for dry frizzy hair. I really liked it. I felt like my hair would just get bigger and bigger as I'd walk sort of down the hill to work. It was quite a short walk, it only takes about 10 minutes to get to work. But in that time my hair would just get bigger and bigger. So I would have to take this with me just to run through my hands and just sort of run through the ends of my hair and brush through. I've noticed that it is quite a thick oil, it can be quite heavy, so I am definitely going to invest in another hair oil, like possibly the Olaplex, or I've seen, is it Gisu oil? I'm probably butchering that name, but I'm going to have a look at those oils, because maybe that's sort of better for my hair than using something this thick, or I don't know. It's very inexpensive, it was about £6 on offer in Boots. But yeah, it's not really a product that I can sort of style my hair and then go in with, because my hairdresser, once she's done my hair, she gets a bit of oil and runs through, so it looks quite shiny and sleek, and it sort of stays where it's supposed to. So I think I'm definitely going to invest in a better oil for my hair. Then lastly, I've got some dry shampoos. So these are of course from Batiste. They're just such a classic. I mean, I've been using this dry shampoo since high school. It just works and it's so inexpensive, and they're almost always on offer in Boots anyway. And to be fair, I've been getting this scent since high school as well because I just love it so much. I mean, you must know already that my favourite scents are quite tropical, fruity, and very sweet. And this is the tropical scent from Batiste. So it just smells like coconuts. It's just, oh, lovely. I've got another one on my desk currently, and next time I'm in Boots or Superdrug I will most definitely buy another one. I just think it's great. So I tend to spray this on my hair in the evening before I go to bed, and then if it still needs it in the morning I'll spray a teeny bit on top. I don't tend to like to use dry shampoo in the morning, I do prefer to use it in the evenings, just so it doesn't, I feel like it looks very obvious sometimes when you use it, and sometimes I do spray it a bit too close. But that's how I use it. It just refreshes my hair, because my hair can get quite greasy. Because unfortunately I do run my hands through it a lot. My bangs get in my face. So dry shampoo is just a godsend for me. This one is my favourite. I mean, I've got this one here that I thought, oh yeah, I'll give this one a try from Batiste. It's not going to let me down. It's blonde. No, this one is still pretty much full. I've used it a couple of times, and I don't like it and I wouldn't recommend it. I have quite bright blonde hair, and this, if I spray it too close, it literally looks like I've emptied a packet of custard powder on my head. It is so yellow, it's awful. I have tried to use it sort of further away and really sort of brush it out of my hair, but no, it's so yellow, I don't get it. So I much prefer the sort of normal scented ones, and these ones what I will always buy. But this one can just go straight to hell, it's awful, and I would not recommend it, and I will never repurchase it again. But there you go guys, that was my empties video for May. I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching. Let me know below if you have any of these products and that you've got on with them, or maybe you haven't as well. But thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!